said that it's, that's him 100%. I mean, without me hearing his voice, I'm like, it's unconfirmed. But if you got friends that knew him and grew up with him saying it's confirmed, then I gotta say, hey, yeah, this is probably Brian Koberger. But I did send it into the FBI. I did clip that. I also went through 80,000 phone calls, found the number, sent it into the FBI as well, and they have that, and hopefully they get down to that information.
Good. Do you know that they are in receipt of it? Did they come back to you at all?
I know they have it. I've never got an email back yet.
Dang, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. What is going on? I see Delana. Hey, fam. You said sorry. What case were you talking about? She's lucky she didn't get the death penalty. She was attention killing. Oh, yeah, I see that. Welcome as you come in. What's up, Lollipop? How's it going? Just chilling. Just get off work, or just got off work. Can you hear me, though? Is it clear? I'm just trying to make sure it's clear before we get jumping in here. Want to make sure that it's clear and you can actually hear. Just set this mic there. All right, there we go. Boom. You said evening. Good evening. What's going on, Kansas? Welcome. I just wanted to jump into the beginning of this. Obviously, you guys know why we're here tonight, but this is on the crash. Mackenzie Shirilla, obviously, we've been keeping an eye on it. I've watched the documentary multiple times, and I thought it was pretty insane. Like, just what I've seen, from what I've seen so far within the case, which was everything, right? But it is weird, like, how she's trying to fight everything, but yet says she can't remember everything, which I kind of want to jump into that. But the appeal, her getting denied, it doesn't blow my mind, to be honest with you. And on June 20, obviously today, June 23rd, something happened, obviously, that barely took a few words for Ohio Supreme Court to say, but those few words may have ended in one last major legal avenue available to Mackenzie Shirilla. She gets no new trial. There's no new hearing, no second look. The court declined to review the case, right? And just like that, the lower court's ruling remained in place. And for many people, that should be the end of the story, but it's not going to be. And I feel like with her, she's just looking for fame. Is kind of how I see it. Like, she just wanted to be popular, but it all starts with the parents. But if you follow the case from the beginning, you know that's not going to happen. Because 4 years later, after the crash, right, Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan, people are still arguing about what actually happened inside the car, which, if you look, like, when I look at the video, I feel like Dom may have had a phone in his hand, because if you go and watch when she makes that turn, I see somebody who's holding the phone in the car. Watch it multiple times, which I'll play it here in a minute. But if you watch it, I swear I see the phone. So I don't know if she seen like a text message come through and she just completely wild out on him and was like, who's messaging you? Who's saying this? But we'll never know, because I feel like she's not even speaking on it. But it's kind of crazy, though, like crashing into the wall, having these conversations. There's text messages all up into this point. And then you have people on Mackenzie's side that are coming out and saying, things were one way. And then you got people on Dom's side and Davion's side that are coming out and saying, nah, things were this way. But my thing about it is, I don't know, the dad, I've seen a couple interviews with him, but one most recently where he's like posted up in the backyard and he's talking. It's kind of weird, like how he's saying the things that he's saying, which is what did he say? I don't care if you smoke dope, he smokes dope. It's just stupid shit. Like, instead of having his daughter take accountability for what happened, it's like, we're gonna defend this and whatever she says is right, and we're gonna rock with her all the way through. I appreciate you, Barbara. Welcome to the stream. 11, thank you for coming in. Diane, it's so nice to see you. Gold Dust, I appreciate you guys coming in. Make sure you smash the like button as you're coming in. We are going to dive into this topic tonight, and I kind of want to see where your guys' minds are at, But yeah, let's play this real quick because this just came out a couple hours ago while I was working, and I checked it. Let me see something. Let me know if you can hear.
Good afternoon. I'm David West with 19 News. We have an update to a case that we have followed since day one.
Welcome to the stream.
A case that the world has now followed, especially after a Netflix documentary, a docu-series. We're talking about Mackenzie Shirilla. She is the Strongsville teenager who was convicted of purposely crashing her car, doing 100 miles an hour into a sign and then a brick building, purposely to kill her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and his friend, Damian Flanagan, that was in the car. She was sentenced to 2 life sentences, life with her first chance of parole, I believe at 35 years. But she had appealed that decision with her new attorney. Part of that appeal was a claim that her attorney did not dive into enough of the fact that she claims to have had some sort of medical.
I don't know. She's stupid though. She like not. Why would you put your hands in the judge? You had better chances with 12. I feel like if she would have went with the jurors, that she wouldn't have gotten as much time as she's gotten. Like honestly, she wouldn't have. Why take it to the jurors? That's my question with it all. Like, why would she do that?
That would cause her to black out from time to time. The appeal
up,
to the
Donna?
Ohio Supreme Court said her.
Nice to see you, Donna. Shout out to everybody coming in. Donna, I see he's T-REV. Nice to see you back. I'm trying to get the cobwebs up off my back. But yes, make sure you smash the like button, share the stream. It's 3. We're 3 for 3, 3 nights in a row. We're on, you know. Hold up, T-REV. Nice to see you back. I appreciate the love, Barbara. Her phone call to her mom says it all, which we can go over some of those too. And you know, we're gonna go on the paranormal channel and we're gonna have a little talk too one night, because I'm gonna pull up to the actual spot and we're gonna do, you know how my energy is with the other side. We definitely gonna tap into that too.
Attorney did not bring up that fact enough and did not bring in a clinical expert to explain that to the judge. Remember, this was a judge trial, not a jury trial. The next fact was that the appeal was actually filed 1 day late. The attorneys argued that the appeal, generally you have 365 days to appeal from conviction. And that's not even generally, that's the law. You have 365 days to appeal. Her attorneys, or her new attorney in the appeal to the Ohio Supreme Court, tried to say, well, it's technically 365 days from when the transcripts of the entire trial are certified. Really? And the reason
when you watch it, let me know what you think, because that right there, when I first watched it, it was new. I've never even heard of it. And in the middle of when that happened, I believe it was Idaho 4 going on. We were covering a lot of Idaho 4, and I didn't even hear this story until recently when I watched the documentary. And when you watch it, let me know what you come away with and how you feel when you do watch it. I'm definitely look forward to hearing your thoughts on that, because there's no doubt in my mind that she did this shit on purpose, allegedly.
She missed the deadline was because of a leap year and missed it by 1 day. Well, the announcement was just made late this afternoon by the Ohio Supreme Court that they will not be hearing this case. They will not take this up. We're going to talk about what this means. We're going to bring in noted Cleveland defense attorney Tara Coleman. She's also a defense analyst for us for quite a while. Tara, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. I'm okay. How are you doing?
This case is always a whirlwind. There are so many emotions that get wrapped up in this case, especially after the Netflix documentary really took this worldwide. Let's talk just specifically. Can you read the one line?
Again, if you're just coming in tonight, we're revisiting one of the most controversial criminal cases in Ohio history, a case that sparked a massive debate across the country. Obviously, a lot of people know about it. Some people don't. And it's a case where some people believe justice was served while others still believe it wasn't served at all. I don't know if you're one of those, but if you haven't watched the documentary, like Texas said in chat, she didn't, see this at all. But today, the Ohio Supreme Court has declined to review her case. And that's kind of what we're going over right now. But there's some other things to talk about within the case too that I've never spoke on publicly. Now, I don't just want to talk about today's court decision. I want to go back through the entire story, how we got here, and what happened on that tragic night. The trial obviously divided public opinion. If you go and look, a lot of people are probably leaning more towards, yeah, this chick did it, which is what I see for the most part. But there is, there's that other side too, and things that have happened since Mackenzie entered prison. That's what continues to fuel everything online. The discussion is a lot of these phone calls and things of relationships, lesbian relationships she's having, and just living it up. Like, it doesn't seem like somebody who is grieving at all. And that's what it comes across to me. Is she really grieving? Does she grieve for Dom? I don't know. I don't think I've seen that. But whether you believe the conviction was absolutely justified or whether you think there are still questions that deserve answers, I can tell you one thing. There's no denying that this case has captured my attention and more than likely yours. But I like hearing from both sides. Do you think the courts got it right today, like denying her appeal? That's what I'm curious about. Do you think they got it right, or do you think that she should have another trial? I think she already fucked it up. She already did. She literally went with the judge, which I think was stupid. And I told my girl that too. I'm like, man, I think she's dumb. She had a better chance with 12 jurors. And she should have went with 12 jurors, but hey.
Expected when I opened up the file from the Ohio Supreme Court that
Going
there
on,
would be an
Nice to
entire
see you.
explanation as to
Appreciate you
why
joining, my
or
friend.
why not that they would hear the appeal. Read us this is your legal world, so I don't understand this. Read us the one line from the Ohio Supreme Court, and then we'll get into what that means.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do actually have it up. Upon consideration of the jurisdictional memoranda filed in this case, the court declines to accept jurisdiction of the appeal pursuant to Rule 7.08B4.
That's why you're here, Tara. I have no idea what that means. I know it's not good for Mackenzie Shirilla and her family. I know this is not the step they wanted. Break it down in English for us. What does that mean?
Yeah, no, it's not good. This simply means that the Ohio Supreme Court is refusing to hear her appeal. They're not going to hear it. So it stops here with respect to her relief in appellate courts within the state of Ohio. So as you pointed out, she was one day late for post-conviction relief. The post-conviction relief being ineffective assistance of counsel for not getting an expert in potentially having something that could cause her to black out, right?
Oh, you talk about, how did I do? How did I do? Did I do it right? Did I do it good? You did great, champ. Get back in your cell.
So because that was one day late post the final trial transcript, the state court denied that post-conviction relief as untimely. Then it was appealed to the 8th District Appellate Court, and they denied and dismissed this post-conviction relief as untimely. Then that was appealed to the Ohio Supreme Court, or the Supreme Court of Ohio, rather, and they have declined to hear it, which simply means that 8th District Appellate Court decision dismissing this appeal for post-conviction relief stands.
Let's talk about the importance of the 365 days, that you have 365 days to appeal. Why is this important, and why did the 8th Circuit District Court of Appeals, and now it appears that the Supreme Court agrees with them? Why is it so hard and steadfast that they don't just say, okay, you were a day late, we'll give you another chance? Why is that so important?
Oh gosh, efficiency in our court systems is a key tenet to a lot of our legislation. So these rules are very important, especially when it comes to criminal appeals. And so this, not to get too in the weeds, what's going on is you have two different types of appeals from a criminal conviction. You have a direct appeal, which has already kind of been tried. And then you have another type of appeal, what I'm calling here post-conviction relief. And one type of that is, hey, it's not really necessarily what happened on the record, but this attorney did not bring in an expert or did not go into enough detail about X, Y, and Z. In this case, a potential defect or something that would cause her to black out. Okay. So bringing that is a different.
Did her decision cause her to black? Like, bro, okay. I got to put this out there because watching the documentary, or not just, I'm sorry, not watching the documentary, but if you go and you watch the body cam footage, which I watched multiple times and I listen to it while I'm working, she clearly is conscious. She's clearly conscious. She's correcting, the people around her. Like, no, that's Dominic. That's Davion. Like, bro, you were that conscious. Like, you weren't that out of it that you didn't remember who was in that vehicle with you. In fact, you were correcting, I believe, the EMTs or the police officers that Dominic and yeah, like 2 or 3 times. So I don't know. I'm not buying that. I know for a fact, like, I mean, we can all look at this case and know for a fact that she knows what happened before and after. You didn't forget, and definitely RIP. And she should definitely be staying where she's at. You know what I mean? Like, she should definitely be staying where she's at, but she did correct them multiple times. If you go and you watch and you actually listen, put up the body cam footage from Law and Crime, go and listen to that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll hear her correcting and telling the EMTs and the people, hey, no, Davion. Right, exactly. So you knew who was in there, and you knew, you snapped. Just be honest and say you went off. Like, why not? But again,
different type of appeal, and that clock starts running per the statute
for sure, Sandra,
upon the filing of the final trial transcript. Okay, that's when the clock starts running. So this appeal, the first direct appeal, was filed within the 365 days of the trial transcript, but a day later there was another transcript from a juvenile proceeding that was filed. And so her attorneys are now arguing that trial transcript doesn't mean trial transcript in the normal sense.
Right. Hold up. I got to shout everybody out who's coming in. It's a done deal. What's going on, my friend? You said too many in this generation, unfortunately, live for social. Hold up. I got to read that because I actually have an agreement with you here, and I want to acknowledge this. It's a done deal. Says too many in this generation, unfortunately, live for social media attention. And she is a prime example. This night hit her someday. By then, it will be too late. Right. I'm predicting it right now. It's a done deal. I bet you within 5, let's give it 5 years. I'm going to predict this right now. In 5 years, we'll see Mackenzie Shirilla change her stance to try to sway more people in her corner. Okay? Like, I think she will change her stance and literally have people, watching again at some point, because she's going to realize, like, it's not working. Like, what you're doing isn't working. So what she's going to do is she's going to come, and this is all allegedly is my thought and opinion, but I think that she's going to come back to the drawing board and she's going to accept responsibility, and she's going to sell this story, which Dom's sister, shout out to her, Christine, who's trying to put a stop to the BS. She's going to sell this story to people and tell it in front of them, allegedly. And this is just my opinion and what I think is going to happen in the future when she realizes this ain't working and people don't fuck with me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's my thought on that.
But it means the transcript's necessary to hear this appeal.
Monarch, welcome. Make sure you guys smash the like button as you're coming in. I mean, this is just insane. FTA, hashtag FTA for the algorithm. We're getting back in. We're 3 for 3 nights in a row, and we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it moving. Anybody who's got cases you want us to look at, you got stuff from this case you think I need to talk about, go ahead and hit revgangtruecrime@gmail.com. I'll be looking for you.
Its entirety. And so they're saying, hey, we had one more day and we did file it in time. They're trying to get the Supreme Court of Ohio to essentially analyze this rule and determine it reads as they want it to be interpreted.
Tara, obviously you have no connection to the Shirilla family, to this case whatsoever, but I'm assuming you've had clients in the past put in for an appeal and get denied. What is the feeling as an attorney, as somebody who's been convicted, when you get your appeal denied? What does that do to you? What does that say to a person?
Yeah, and I would say, especially in most cases, and especially in this type of case, the expectations would have been set with Mackenzie early on that this was a long shot. So I am assuming that conversations have been had with her, and that's how I would counsel my client in this particular case, because to try to get the Supreme Court of Ohio to take this narrow interpretation of a statute that's been in place for so long, that is a Hail Mary long shot, right? So while these moments are devastating, I'm assuming and hopefully it's kind of a softer blow, and that maybe this outcome was expected.
I mean, yeah, it definitely was expected to me. It don't blow my mind. I'm thinking this. What's going on? What are we doing? Hold up, it's pausing on me. There we go.
Block his ass.
I had to fix it. I got him. Hold on, we updated. Here we go. Here you go. We updated it right here. Look.
FBI, open up! Stop the cap.
I fixed it.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Here we go. All right. So, right, I'm going to pull this video up because I think it's important. Like, watch. After I play this.
But it is when you have a one that could be a winner and then you get that denial, it can be devastating because this is your last shot at any type of relief, especially when you're looking at life in prison.
Let's talk about, is this, it appears from our conversation earlier, this was her last-ditch effort in Ohio. Is there a chance at a U.S. Supreme Court decision, or is that just also two Hail Marys in one?
That would be beyond a Hail Mary. So, I mean, there are in limited circumstances times where you can go from your final state court to the U.S. Supreme Court, but there has to be some federal issue at play in order for the United States Supreme Court to take up the issue. And so when you have cases like this that are sheerly state law issues, it is very rare that this would be taken up by the United States Supreme Court.
Tara Coleman has been one of our defense analysts for a number of years now. She is phenomenal, as she just displayed here again today. Tara, we certainly appreciate the time. I know you're going to be joining us for another episode of our podcast on this topic, and that'll be recorded tomorrow. But we wanted to get you on the record, so to speak, today. Tara, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. So now that we got that, I want to play. Let me hold up. I got to grab this and bring it up. Because it's wild. Long crime, right? Pull this up. There was one that came out yesterday, too. I'm going to pull up, too. That by Nancy. I definitely want to check that out real quick. But let me pull up body cam real quick. Because that shit is crazy. Like, I want to show you guys what I'm talking about on the body cam so we can kind of go over it. Where's she at here? Oh yeah, and there's a paranormal aspect to it that I'm gonna show you guys too. There is. 1 second. So Mackenzie. Where's it at? Law. It's hiding on me, y'all. I got it. I think I just seen it right here. Roy about okay, here it is. Got it. Listen, you can tell
the photos I wanted.
But right here, I'm gonna take it to where I'm talking about, just so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about and hear what I'm talking about. I don't know if a lot of you have watched it, but I thought it was very interesting. Listen to her.
I believe 21 already spoke with them. Yeah, just notify. They can come later and take care of it. They might have some structural issues. Okay, 10-4.
Yeah. It's about right here.
That would take part of it off.
I need to talk to you. This is going to be like a vehicular.
He said homicide.
Where are we? Legally, she's driving, intoxicated,
Yeah.
really dead. I mean,
Well, I don't know if she's intoxicated.
I want to say
Right,
it
but-
right here. I know the officer's like RIP, buddy. But there's another spot too where they arrest Mackenzie and you hear him go, "She killed me." Watch this. She goes, you could hear a voice go, "She killed me." I gotta play that. She killed me. Let me pop it up real quick. Which one is it? Right about right here. Here we go. Here it goes. Listen.
Your head going in?
Listen to this. Now listen. It's something like she killed me. Listen. You hear that right there? Right there. She killed me. She killed me. Play it back one more time. Oh my God, bro. That's crazy. I hear it clear.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
She killed me. That's what I hear. I hear it. I hear it clear as day, too. You hear that shit? Y'all hear that? That's crazy. What's going on, Mandy? Welcome to the stream. He said the whole "she killed us" whisper shit is not a spirit, in my opinion. And I'm a big believer. I respect it. I respect that. I don't know. Like when I'm listening to it, that's what I hear. But is it something different? It could be. I do appreciate the conversation. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Clearly.
Okay.
It's like she killed me. Anyways, rapgangtruecrime@gmail.com. That's the email. I just seen it. You said email address, please. Thank you. rapgangtruecrime@gmail.com. But I hear that. I hear that. I do.
Okay.
She killed her. That is crazy. I'm gonna go. I do want to go and visit this site too. I kind of want to see the road for myself and drive it. You know, maybe I'll bring us live over there and do a little. And then I know for my paranormal peeps, I kind of want to pull up on the scene. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's coming from the cops body cam. Like, I'm gonna hear it one more time. I don't know if it's just a noise that sounds like that, but come on though. 1 + 1 = 2, right? Is it a breath?
Okay.
The officer even goes, "What's that?" Right? He's like, "What's that?" But I do want to say this too. Over the last several weeks, I do know a lot of new information has reignited debate surrounding this case, and viewers have pointed out to phone records, statements from people connected to the investigation, and questions about personal relationships that existed before and after the crash. And one topic that repeatedly comes up is public behavior after a tragedy, right? Many viewers have commented that the girlfriend's behavior does not match what they personally expect from someone who is grieving. However, it is important to acknowledge that grief is not a uniform experience, and people process trauma differently. And some individuals become emotional and withdrawn, and others appear calm, detached, and even unusually focused on practical matters. Now, public perception alone is not evidence of wrongdoing. Let's just get that across. But that being said, when behavior appears inconsistent with previous statements, naturally people begin asking questions, and that's what we're doing here tonight. We're asking those questions. And those questions are what we're going to examine. So we'll start with the documentary itself. What claims were made, what evidence was presented, and what was left out, and how does the documentary compare with the information that has emerged since its release? That's what I'm curious about. The name of the documentary, you guys know, if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix, The Crash. Obviously, we know it's Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan. And then you have Mackenzie Shirilla, who was in the vehicle. But if you look at this crash, like, it is very bad. It's bad. Like, I don't think they had a chance, especially if they didn't have a seatbelt on. And I kind of want to pull up that scene one more time when they were at the scene. Like, look at this body cam and just look how bad it is. Perfect. Right here. Let me pull up at the beginning part.
Split in two.
Because I do want to find the part where she's correcting the officers. That right there to me points that she knew. She knew. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's correcting names. If you truly got in an accident and didn't remember anything, how the fuck would you wake up and start correcting who was with you and who wasn't? If you didn't remember anything, you wouldn't remember anything at all, correct? Doesn't it? I mean, that's what makes sense to me. But look at this.
Radio, there's a occupant inside. Send us a squad now.
Oh, yeah, and somebody in chat made a good point, too, is talking about that her side of the car wasn't even really touched. Kind of looks that way a little bit. I mean, some of it's hit up a little bit, but it's not like the other side.
We gotta bust the window out. Send us some more units.
Any more units of progress now, Anita?
Now!
What are we doing?
31's one up. 60 on Westwood, on the 3 on Alameda.
This is not a fresh accident either. She's been here for a while.
What up, T? Good to hear your voice. I appreciate it. Look at this though. Look at this though. Like, look how bad it is. They had no chance. And when they remove those bags right there, and you see how the seat was, like 100 miles an hour smashing into that brick wall. I don't think they even had a chance with seatbelts on. I don't know though. What do you think? What do you think, honey? Think they had a chance with seatbelts on? Verica says she killed us, and then the cop said, "What's that? What's that, officer? The police." Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I'm thinking, did he hear that? I would like to ask him that question. Did you hear that day? Is that what you heard in your ear? I hear she killed him. Boss lady, welcome. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. We appreciate the love. There we go. Victor, there we go. He said, "No, she was doing." What's going on, Michelle Mouse? Welcome to the stream. Eddie Kush said, "Here's the thing, though. You can hear anything when you're told what you're supposed to hear before listening." I'm glad you mentioned that, too, because when I played it, the first time I've ever heard it, nobody told me. I just heard there was something paranormal, and I listened to it, and I based what I heard off of what I really heard with my own ear. But that's just what I heard in my ear. When I heard it the first time, nobody told me what they said. I just heard there was something paranormal on it, and I went and looked for it and found the clip.
Radio, we got at least 2 occupants in here. No one's moving. Oh my God. Oh my God. Times 3, guys. Radio, 3 occupants. No one's conscious. No one's breathing. Bust that window out.
I did hear the officer in here. He goes, "R.I.P. kid." I think it's right here. I want to get to the part where she's correcting them.
Notifications. That kid lives in Kelsey Lane in Charlottesville.
Yeah, he's a fucking Charlottesville football player. He's a running back.
What's his? My God, heaven, he was close.
Well, it was. I mean, not like in the past tense, but like graduated kind of thing.
Oh.
Good.
I have the owner of the building on my line. Are we just notifying them of the accident, or do you need them to respond to scene?
I believe 21 already spoke with them. Yeah, just notify. They can come later and take care of it. They might have some structural issues.
Okay, 10-4.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah, right there. That part said rest in peace, buddy. Must have been tragic to see, though. I guarantee they got. I wonder if those officers are getting any type of like counseling or anything after that. I bet it's tragic to see two kids, basically two kids, teens.
Oh, I mean, a human being like this.
They already got her out, right? I want to see.
Take a minute.
They pull her. Yes, right here. Here it is. It's in here somewhere.
I think she's here for her.
Yeah, it's in here. So you're gonna hear her correct him, and she even says it in the beginning too. Like corrects him in the beginning while she's in the car, but it's around right about here.
Fellas?
Yes, I'm gonna write 5.
I'm gonna grab it. Unless you guys want to grab it. This is it. This is it.
That was in his.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you bring that to Armatic when you're done?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'll give you the.
Yep.
Where was he sitting? Where was he at? Was he in the front or rear?
He was in the front.
All right. 5-7 radio.
Go ahead.
Log front seat.
I mean, obviously, again, if you're just coming in, the Ohio Supreme Court declined to accept the appeal. And obviously, that means the court chose not to review the arguments being presented. Importantly, this is not the same thing as a new trial being granted and then lost. The court simply declined to take up the case. And according to reporting on today's decision, the defense attorneys argued that pre-existing medical condition may have contributed to the crash, and that previous counsel failed to adequately investigate that possibility. The court was not persuaded to reopen the matter, and as a result, the original conviction remains in place. Now, here's where the discussion becomes interesting, and the legal battle may be slowing down, and the public debate is definitely not. So questions obviously surrounding, again, relationships, communications before the crash, and behavior after the tragedy continue to generate intense discussion online. So let me pull this up. Where was I? I got a little note here. Evidence presented and questions that many people still have. Right. All right. I do want to start with this. Let's start with the documentary. One thing documentaries often do is shape how viewers emotionally experience a case, right? They don't just present facts, they create a narrative. So when you're watching, ask yourself, what evidence is being highlighted? What evidence receives less attention? And whose perspective is centered? And how might that affect how viewers interpret the case? The documentary introduced many people to the details of the crash and the lives that were lost. But it also sparked a renewed debate because viewers came away with very different conclusions from what I've seen. And some felt the evidence clearly supported the prosecution, and others believed important questions remained unanswered, which several people talk about. Now let's get into this phone call ordeal, all these phone calls going on. Whenever jail calls become publicly, they attract enormous attention for what I've been seeing, and people listen for clues, they listen for remorse, they listen for inconsistencies. But here's the challenge. Different people can hear the same recording and walk away completely different, right? They have different interpretations of what they just heard. For instance, I heard a phone call with Mackenzie, and she's talking to her mom, and they're just literally talking about, what was it? I believe it was relationships. I've heard multiple of them, but I can remember they were talking about like, oh my God, we're on ABC today. Oh my God, we've made it. Yeah. Like that right there tells me, okay, you're searching for some listeners, or you're searching for some support in your corner. But Again, some listeners or some of you guys focus on specific statements and others focus on the tone. Others focus on what they believe was not said. And that's why it's important to separate personal impressions from documented facts. Now, I do want you guys to ask yourself, did the calls reveal new information that you've heard from the Mackenzie Shirilla case? Do they contradict previous statements she's made? That's what we got to look for. Did they provide context that was missing before? Or did they simply reinforce opinions that have already been stated? Another thing that I thought was interesting that I wanted to talk about was these relationships that she has going on. Another major area of discussion, obviously online, is the relationships that she's having with multiple people, which have now launched channels and campaigns and people that are talking about being with her, right? Relationships often become a focal point because prosecutors frequently use them to establish motive, emotional state, or possible conflict. I think a lot of these relationships are coming back to bite her on the appeal side of things. And it just makes her look like she has no remorse. And if Christine keeps hammering, the way that she's acting, I think that her chances of getting out are very slim. But yes, it's crazy. I question the grief too, though, because she's crying more of the fact that she got the time. I don't see anything other than that. I see her being upset about the time that she was given and more or less or none at all. Actually, no remorse for what happened to Dominic and Davion. I don't really hear or see that on the phone calls. We're talking relationships, multiple relationships, some 44, 45-year-old dude. She's, fucking carpet munching with 3 other bitches. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. So they just, it doesn't make any sense to me why they would even let her out, because I don't even hear grief or sorrow for anything that she has done. And that's what stands out to me, and I bet stands out to a lot of y'all.
Should have trying
to find this part where she's correcting them. What's it got? Times.
Copy, 19-year-old male, valid next.
Okay.
What's
that there? They want it. They want for life flight
this week.
Life flight coming for him.
We have no idea.
All right. I know they're doing a landing zone. That's all I heard last. Okay. Yep.
For us, no, that's flying. That's for.
Is he breathing or no?
What's going on, Nick?
All right, sorry.
Ricky Smiles, welcome to the stream, folks who just came in. What's going on? Fly on your wall, I see you. Fly on your wall says she turned her car at the very end, just before the crash, to spare her life. I'm looking for the part where I don't know if she's in the ambulance, but specifically, I'm just trying to point out when she's correcting these folks at the scene pretty much right after. So the only part she doesn't remember is what happened before, which is the most important thing. What happened before? What made you fly into that wall? I think she does remember that, because if you didn't remember it, why would you remember the names right away then of who was with you? So you obviously remember them being with you. That's the part that is weird to me.
No, you're good.
The last thing I expected to pull up on, man.
We just kind of got, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Great.
I think right here. No.
What's that? This is Davion Flanagan, I'm assuming. This is him. Put his ID on top of him.
No. I can't find it. It's a certain part, though.
Our assistance for life flight.
I'm looking for the part where they're talking to Mackenzie. I know. Yes, he goes up to the ambulance that she's in, but it's around here, right? I'm gonna find it.
Flanagan, 19-year-old male. Yep.
That's the part that stands out to me, is when she goes up, or when they go up to the ambulance and you hear her correcting them. It's like, if you forgot so much, how are you remembering so much? Or at least their names right there on the spot. Like, that just, it's weird.
His ID's on top of him.
No way seatbelts would have not helped.
The female's talking.
Now listen, I'm pretty sure this is the part.
A bird?
Yeah.
Where's it coming from? Brunswick?
Hearing noise.
Are you going to communicate with it, or is this? I'm listening to this for you, correct? Okay. No one's on it yet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ann girl. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys smash the like button as you're coming in. Could we hit 100? Let's run it up. Shout out to the folks on Facebook too, but listen. I could have sworn they walked up right here.
Before you guys take off, that bird's for her, so you guys know.
Yeah,
okay.
know.
All right.
Yep, it's up here.
Yeah. Okay. What's bothering you right now?
Here it is.
Don't say anything.
What's hurting you? Which one? Right leg? All right, I'm going to step under on that driver being extricated. Okay? No BP. I'm going to give you chest tight. I think we're going to close up and
Okay, fair enough. Let me talk to the captain. I think that's his birds for her, though, just so you guys know. Okay.
No.
You want to go tell my driver that?
I'm gonna find it. Hold up 1 second though. I want to pull this up. Let's dive into this because this just came out too. Watch this. This came out yesterday. Now I'm about to play.
Dies instantly.
I just wanted to load this up too.
It's gonna be a while. Yeah. Hey, can you tell him it's gonna be a while?
That is right here. Yes, it's about to be. I swear it is. Right here. Hold up, far out. Elian said we found 2 teenagers dead in a car that ran off the road one morning going to work. They looked like they were sleeping but dead. Oh, that's crazy. Monarch says she had no yeah, that I think that whole medical pot shit is BS. This isn't, is it?
Captain, quick word. Maria's not taking that female. That bird's for her, correct?
Yeah, the bird's
Okay.
for her getting towards you.
He wanted me to ask you.
We're at the point now where we can pull them out.
Right here.
So, stay on or?
Yeah, my camera's down. I would
Okay.
take photos of all this shit.
You said that.
Look how bad that is too. Just look. Oh my God. So my boyfriend's cousin Leroy used to date Lana Russo, who is Dom's sister's mom. He came over here before all of the videos hit the internet and told us about the whisper. And it told Leroy about it. What? So that tells me that the cop may have said something about hearing it. I got you. Okay. I was like, what?
Camera?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Charge for you guys. Well, you know we have one in the back of the car.
Yeah.
Let's steal away.
We contacted the coroner. They're on their way out now.
They know they got 2 bodies.
And then we have an investigator for traffic crash. He's on his way.
Here's
We're gonna take more photos.
One of ours.
this,
I'm not
and
sure
then,
who's.
I don't know why I can't find it, but we're gonna get back to it. I can't find it, but I'm gonna go over. I'll just make a video talking about it. that's besides the point. I want to get to this one.
The other does not. Mackenzie Shirilla was never unconscious, was never unconscious at the hospital.
Salute to everybody in here tonight. I appreciate y'all. Give yourself a round of applause. I appreciate you pulling up. Make sure you smash that like button, FTA for the algorithm. Tell them we back. Tell them we kicking the doors down.
It's completely shattered. I can't even put into words how tragic this has been for our entire family.
They're dead, and hell on wheels Shirilla is alive and making diva demands from behind.
Shout out to all the members in the building. We are officially at 100 members. Salute to y'all. I appreciate it. We officially got 100 members. I salute. I appreciate all the support. Y'all are wonderful.
She insists on being the queen of the jailhouse. I want you to hear Mackenzie Shirilla caught on tape.
Supposed to be 3 to 4 days. I know, but
how am I going to make this one book stretch?
You may have to read it a couple times.
I'm not reading the same book over and over and over again.
I don't know, Kenzie. I don't know. This super sucks. They should have when you come, they should be able to give you like a welcome, not a welcome thing, but like, you're new. It's going to take a week to get your commissary. Here's some.
Oh my God, we're on Fox 5 tonight, y'all. A welcome basket at the big dollhouse. The women's I need to hear that again. Did she actually say she deserved a welcome basket? Wait, could you please play that again?
Supposed to be 3 to 4 days. I know, but
how am I going to make this one book stretch?
You may have to read it a couple times.
I'm not reading the same book over and over again.
I don't know, Kenzie. I don't know.
Make sure you hit the damn like button or I'm going to send my wife on your goddamn ass, boy.
This super sucks. They should have when you come, they should be able to give you like a welcome, not a welcome thing, but like, you're new. It's going to take a week to get your commissary. Here's some.
Didn't have to happen.
What does she think this is?
Welcome, Gail.
Dr. Bethany Marshall, the Mandarin, the Four Seasons, the Ritz-Carlton. What does she want? A spa package when she checks into the CI Correctional Institute for killing 2 very young men? What? She's whining about having to read the same book?
I think she needs a glass of champagne to go along with her snack basket and maybe some movies to watch while she's at it. You know, Nancy, this fits the profile of sociopathy, or what we call cluster B personality. Cluster B is when you have narcissism, sociopathy, and borderline all together in one person. And this is the kind of person who would get dysregulated and smash her car at 100 miles per hour into a wall. This is the kind of person who would be self-centered, who would only think about herself. But what's interesting to me, Nancy, her mother has no moral compass. The mother.
Yeah, that's the thing that I find interesting. They don't hold her accountable for nothing. And then they wonder why she is in this situation. Like you don't even hold her accountable to anything. You pretty much here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that. Oh, I know when my daughter's, what did he say? I know when my daughter's telling the truth. I said, did you do it? No? Come on, let's go. Like that's what old boy did. I'm like, come on, bro. That's weird. I'm just wondering if she was trying. Hold up. You said what saved her was when she hit the curve, her airbag deployed. That is why she lived, and she was in her seatbelt. I guess. I don't know. I should have took her and kept the other 2, allegedly. But yeah, I'm just wondering if she was trying to unalive herself with the other 2. She was flying 100 miles an hour. Like pretty much nobody's coming out of that, you would think. What's going on? Beaches and cream. Beaches and cream is funny. That's
says this sucks. What the mother needs to say is, sweetie, you're going to be here the rest of your life. There's no champagne. There's no welcome basket. And you're going to have to read that book again and again. I think her mother needs to give her the Bible. I think that's the book she needs to read. And she needs to stretch that.
Say it again. The Bible.
That one out as long as possible.
A welcome basket. Whining whining that she only has one book so far. But that's not all. Listen.
We need to just figure out this iPad like ASAP. Like, I'm so for real.
And my visitation is still pending for my video visits. And they're just
well, Mom, we can't have the video visit because you know why? I gotta have my lesbian carpet munching session.
That's what she's gonna be talking about. Mom, like, why can't I get in? It's so busy. Well, we're having a show off. Like, how does she even able to do stuff like that? I don't know. Like, she's in there living it up like it's 1999. You know what I mean? Like, you would have never thought she's in prison the way that she's getting shit popping. What's going on, Teresa? Teresa Slaughter. You said hi, T-REV and the Rev Gang. Have followed this case for a while. That girl is a monster. Say it again.
Block his ass.
Contact me when I'm approved. So.
And get all my friends to make them too.
I did. I sent it to everybody.
I'm annoyed.
I can't make them. But, yeah, this is gonna suck until you can get your.
Like, it's only 3:30. How is it only 3:30? For real.
I don't know.
I did not even know it was only 3:30. I thought it was like 5. It's 3:30.
Thank you.
Okay.
Graham, I appreciate that.
The 2 victims are dead. They're not going to get to read a book. They're not going to get to look at an iPad. They're not going to get to check the watch to see what time it is like she is. No diva demands for them. Their families are in intense pain. The victims were very, very young at the beginning of their lives.
That's what I want to know.
Their only mistake was being friends with Hell on Wheels, Mackenzie Shirilla. Now, let's just have a little reality check. Joining me, Dr. Kendall Crowns. He is the chief medical.
You're just coming in. We're catching this new video that Nancy just dropped. I'm watching it with you guys, the Rev Game family. I appreciate you. Make sure you hashtag FTA up in the building. Smash that like button. Thumbs up. We're getting back rolling. We're 3 for 3 days in a row. We did 3 live so far. We did the first one, the first night. We got Lynette Hooker. That was the second night, actually. First night was, dang, I'm looking at so many cases. I can't even remember right now. I know I do work a lot, but hey, that's besides the point. We're getting back to full-time streaming because I love being here. This is fun. This is fun. 1 and 2, the awareness. Oh, we love it. T-REV investigates. Back at it.
Medical examiner out of Fort Worth, Texas. Never a lack of business. He is a star of a hit podcast, which I put on loop before when I'm driving, Mayhem in the Morgue. He is the esteemed lecturer at the Burnett School of Medicine at TCU. Dr. Kendall Crowns. Before I listen to her whiny voice,
breaking news,
complaining about not having an iPad and only being given 1 book and enlisting all of her friends, they probably won't touch her with a 10-foot pole, to write the prison or get involved with some crusade to get her more amusements behind bars. Can we talk about what happened to the 2 victims? How did they die?
She's narcissistic.
So she drove a car at a brick wall or a concrete wall at 100 miles per hour and slammed into it basically head on, but angling it a little bit so that the passenger side hit, which is probably why she survived. So the thing is what happened to them? Well, it's kind of dependent on if they have on seatbelts or not. At that high of a speed, seatbelts and airbags will deploy, but the seatbelt can actually slip up and cause damage. It can fracture your collarbone, it can fracture ribs, it can fracture your pelvis. And if you slide enough, it can also take your head off. The rear seat passenger evidently landed on top of the front seat passenger. So they hit this wall at this high rate of speed. They're going to go forward into the dash. They're going to get massive skull fracturing. Often it's deforming where the entire skull fractures, the skin splits open and the brain comes out. And then
Miss Evans says the car shifted from drive to neutral to shift. I wonder if they were trying to fight her to stop it. Like you were just saying, they were trying to get the car to stop. She shifted it back, then laid across the shifter. That's why they found her under the dash on Dom's side. Dang.
Oh my God. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
One more time.
I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's a good point right there, Miss Evans.
They're going to get multiple rib fractures, tearing of the or lacerations of the lungs, the heart, and then the liver and bladder as well, spleen, kidneys. It's all that force going into your body. And then if you brace yourself at all, it will fracture your femurs, causing your legs to fold up back into your body. And it'll also shatter and sever your spine as well. So there's a myriad of injuries caused by a high-speed, head-on, blunt force injury car crash.
And yet she says, and she's caught on tape, stating, quote, "I'm annoyed." Listen.
We need to just figure out this iPad like ASAP. Like, I'm so for real.
And my visitation is still pending.
Nice to see you too, Leslie. Nice to see you too. If you guys are coming in, obviously breaking news across the board is that Ohio has denied her appeal to even look at it. I guess she was too late, but you know. FBI, open up! Who gives a shit? Damn! All right, we got a lot of our sounds back. Good evening to everybody coming in. What's going on, Ramona? Nice to see you. Ramona in the building. It's the evidence. She said, "I was so happy to see you live, Trev. I've missed you all. I'm glad to see you too. Glad to have you back." I'll be opening up the phone lines here, so get your phones ready. Anybody that wants to call in and have a conversation about the case, the new number is 757-276-8703. That will be for the future, or actually, now, but it'll be that in the future too. We're not changing it. We're going to keep it that. We're going to push that. We're going to keep on covering. We have a lot of cases day by day. I don't know. I'm going to be going live every day, though. We're 3 for 3 right now. Let's go.
For my video visits, and they're just said they'll contact me when I'm approved. So.
And get all my friends to make them too.
I did. I sent it to everybody.
I'm annoyed.
But yeah, this is going to suck until you get your shit.
Like, it's only 3:30. How is it only 3:30? For real.
I don't know.
I did not even know it was only 3:30. I thought it was like 5. It's 3:30.
Right, Doc?
Do they not know they're being recorded? So not only is she demanding an iPad and complaining about the one book, claiming she's, quote, annoyed. Did you just hear what Dr. Kendall Crowns just...
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I downloaded it back. I got it back. Any other ones you want, let me know. Thank you, everyone, and for the prayers. Be back soon. Stay safe. Yeah, you can call in soon. I'll open it up here in a minute. We can chop it.
Describe happened to the victims, their brain coming out of their skull. And that's what their families get to think about before they go to bed at night. When they put their head on their pillow, they think about their son with his skull cracked open. And she's annoyed. Oh, but there's more. Now she says, "Stop the cap. I'm just so irritated." Listen.
Yeah, I'm so irritated. Like, I just need a book. Like,
so anything.
Cards, a book.
Yeah. Right. Anything would be great. And you shouldn't make you guys wait that long to get your commentary if that's the case. Give me a pad of paper and a pen for intro, and then when I get my commentary, I'll give it back. But it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. But it's really bad, and I'm sorry.
Yes,
it's
I'm
enough to
so
make a person go crazy.
Yes, like, I literally, it's like there's nothing for me to do in my nothing.
How about do something volunteering? How about do something, do better yourself and help other people, not hurt them, as you have already done? Evidence shows that she threatened to kill the boyfriend. At first, this was thought to be an accident, but then evidence revealed she never took her foot off the gas. She wanted to kill him, and she did. That was her zooming by the way. Let's go straight out to veteran trial lawyer John Mobley, founder of the Mobley Law Firm. Mobley, did you hear the mom say, "Yeah, and you shouldn't have to wait for so long to get these things from the commissary"? Oh, bad commissary. What is wrong with these people?
Well, Nancy, I've got to call it like I see it. From a legal standpoint, despite this young lady's behavior.
Why do you start every explanation with, "I've got to call it like I see it"? Of course, you're going to call it like you see it. Is somebody paying you or convincing you or threatening you to say anything other than call it like I see it? Okay, that said, moving forward, going forward, Mobley, we're going to assume you're calling it like you see it. Okay, so no need to preface everything with, "I'm going to call it like I see it." Okay, go ahead. Not to be repetitive, but please, John, call it like you see it.
Actually, I feel kind of threatened right now, but I will say that I do believe that this young lady's attorneys and parents have done her a disservice. Just based on her history of unstable behavior. I mean, that's just documented. When we look at her behavior while she's in the prison system, it is very clear that this young lady has undiagnosed, untreated mental health.
What's up? What is true? Appreciate it. Good to see you back, Trev. Thank you. I don't know what is true this is, but salute to you.
Health issues. And when I review the history of this case and look at the defenses that were presented in the first trial, and even looking at the claims being made by her new attorneys that are claiming ineffective assistance of counsel, I don't see anywhere her attorneys addressing her mental health issues. And I do believe, again, that this young lady's behavior is screaming that she has severe mental health issues for which she needs counseling, therapy.
Say it again. He's cooking.
And probably medication.
What? She has severe what?
Mental health issues.
What? Mental health. Yes. You know what? Guess what, Mobley? Isn't it true? You have a JD, a Juris Doctorate. That's a yes, no. Is that true?
That is correct.
Okay. Are you a trained mental health caregiver?
I'm a trained criminal defense attorney, and I can identify when the defendants that commit conduct have mental health issues.
Okay, I'm going to have to cut your mic right there. That said, let's go to a real mental health caregiver, Dr. Bethany Marshall. Now, we just heard Mobley give his unsolicited medical opinion. And unless you got a JD, MD, I don't want to hear that coming out of your mouth, Mobley. Now, the law, yes. Dr. Bethany, a severe mental health illness, don't you think her defense lawyers, if she had a mental health defect, they would have written it on a banner and driven it up and down Fifth Avenue that she had a mental defect? But they didn't. Why didn't they? And you know they would have, because that could have been a viable defense. But there wasn't. And I know you, John Mobley, you would have tilled that earth over and over until you dug up a little rock of mental defect, and you would have heralded it up and down the courthouse halls. But they didn't, Bethany. She's got a defect, all right. It's called narcissistic histrionic translation drama queen.
Yes, she does, Nancy. She does not have any type of mental disorder. She looks very intact to me. She's articulate. She's manipulative. You know, when you hear her talking to her mother, she's making her mother feel sorry for her. She's drawing her mother in as a sympathetic person. But she does have, you're right, a personality disorder. As I said earlier, cluster B, I like histrionic. That's true. Very dramatic. Histrionic is when a person has rapidly shifting emotions that appear deep in nature, but they're not deep at all. They're just designed to get attention. She wants as much attention, not just from her mother, but all of her friends. So her mother's going to pass this video link around to all of her friends. You know who it reminds me of, Nancy? Remember how Casey Anthony spoke with her mom? Remember how she whined, she pushed, she begged, she manipulated, and you know she wanted her mother to reach out to her boyfriend. Remember that? Trying to remember the name of the boyfriend. And the mother was just overwhelmed with the daughter, did not even know what to do with her.
John Mobley, Dr. Bethany Marshall is a renowned psychoanalyst with mental health training, unlike you or me. But you've dealt with enough defendants to know somehow it's always me. And you hear her bossing her mom around, telling the mom what to do. Narcissistic, histrionic, those are defects, true, but they do not rise to a mental defect or insanity under the law. I'm going out on a limb here.
She did put him in his place. She hit him with the old. That's what Nancy be hitting him with.
Oh my God.
She's like, what?
I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And I'm trusting you, Mobley, because I happen to know your trial record. It's very impressive. You win a lot of cases. You make a lot of great settlements. You know the law. This does not rise to insanity.
And I want to be clear on something. And by the way, I do agree with her statement that the parents are part of the problem and they enable her with their behavior. But I want to be clear that I'm distinguishing between mental defect and disease, which would amount to legal insanity, versus mental health issues with respect to mitigation. Okay, I do not believe that she was legally insane under any law of any state. Okay, I do not believe that. I do believe that she has mental health issues that were untreated, undiagnosed, and probably contributed to her conduct. And I believe that if those issues are not addressed by proper evaluation, then they could not have been presented to the court for mitigation and sentencing. And she's not receiving treatment for it in prison. So you are correct. She will serve her prison sentence without receiving any appropriate treatment and get out, and there'll be no change.
Let me see Mobley talking. Hold on, I'm flipping through the DSM. You know what that is because of all your mental defect defenses you've tried to put up, the diagnostic statistic manual.
Bro, we're going to dive back into this. I do remember this. We got to pop this up real quick. This was on that paranormal
experience.
Hold on, I had to get it here. We're going to watch it here in a minute.
For mental disorders. It's now in the 5th edition, I believe. I'm looking through. Oh, I found it. Here's her picture. Spoiled brat syndrome. Yeah, there she is. They've got her picture. Spoiled brat. Ooh, I'd love you to raise that defense with me as prosecutor. I would be so happy. I would be parading up in front of that jury with that DSM in my hand. I'd make them read it. I'd put it up on a slide for them to have to look at and even turn the lights off. So there's nowhere to look but up on the slide about what is a spoiled brat defense. You know, we saw it before with Ethan Couch, the affluenza defense. He's just so rich and affluent, he can't be held guilty because he just didn't know any better. You know what? Joel Wallman joining me, co-host and star of Surviving the Survivor. Joel Wallman, do you hear John Mobley state that she has a mental defect? Could you tell us what really happened?
Nancy, I did hear that, and I don't know John personally, but he's just the criminal defense attorney.
She said what? Before I played what he's saying, I do believe that the girl is deranged. Who in their right mind would drive the car into a building over 100 miles per hour, killing 2 people and herself? That was her goal. I mean, I'm just going to say it like this. That's my personal opinion, but something happened in the car that night. She seen some text message, or he was, something. There was some type of fight, and she was like, "You don't think I'll fucking do it?" And just smashed down on the pedal and just went, sent it, straight up sent it. And she's in the right place. She's in the right place, and she's stupid though. She's dumb. She didn't take it to trial with jurors. She took it to trial with the judge, one person. So that one person that you needed to convince, you failed convincing them, and you got cooked and booked. I'm telling you right now, if she would have went to the peers, she'd have been probably 10 years out,
Have a job to do, and I respect that job immensely. I've been in broadcast journalism for 30 years, and I'm an observer of people, and I just see this as an absolute tsunami of dysfunction. And Nancy, I'm not saying this so you don't yell at me, but I am 100% agreeing with you. I'm the son of a psychiatrist, the son of a social worker.
Drop that hashtag in the chat. What is it? Shirilla the killer.
And to me, the diagnosis here is a spoiled brat on steroids. She just doesn't have the maturity level as to the seriousness and the gravity of what she committed here, what she has done here. And then you add into the mix here the ingredient that the mother and the father here are complete enablers. They are not stopping her and saying, Mackenzie, you are the one responsible for this. They are oohing and eyeing her, and it is just like pouring salt in the wound. She needs a reality check, because she is not getting out of prison anytime soon.
Okay, whoa, wait, stop everything. Screech, halt. Joel Wallman, star, co-host of Surviving the Survivor. Do I have this right? Did Hell on Wheels, Miss Thing, Mackenzie Shirilla, expose her breast to a jailhouse visitor?
You have that right. And this is where it's also a kind of a tornado of confusion here. Because on the one hand, you have these calls where she is bored to death in jail. I can't believe it was only 3:30. It's supposed to be 5. And on the flip side, it seems like she's having the time of her life. She's got men who are reaching out to her. She has lesbian relationships going on. I mean, the mother was asked about, how do you feel, that your daughter is having these lesbian relationships in prison? And her response was, she's in her 20s. I mean, this is where the insanity is coming from. It is coming from the top down, just like in corporate America. You've got a nutty boss or a CEO, and the corporate culture is going to be odd.
Woman, you think I care if she's gay? I don't care. All I care about are those 2 dead bodies. Did you not hear Kendall Crowns, Dr. Kendall Crowns, Chief Medical Examiner, Tarrant County? He's seen a thing or two. Did you not hear him talk about the brains coming through?
Did y'all hear about the new Mackenzie shirt that's dropping pretty soon? Check it out. What's it say? Hold up, I gotta pull it up big screen for you. I heard it's dropping soon. I love carpet munching. That's that's the one dropping soon.
Skull. I don't want to hear about she had a lesbian relationship. Nice. Don't care. Whatever. I care about the 2 dead young men. I care about their families who are sick to their stomachs every morning when they wake up, every night when they go to bed. How many tears, their pillows are wet because of Shirilla. I don't give a flying fig who she's sleeping with behind bars. I feel sorry for the partner. But the exposing of her breasts in the jailhouse to a visitor, I want to hear about that. And what can you tell me, Wallman, about 36 tickets behind bars?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of, like you said, 36 tickets, infractions in prison. One of them is having, I guess, alleged tablet sex, for lack of a better phrase. I don't know what the kids are calling it these days. But yeah, she's had
what did you just say?
Sexual relation.
Alleged tablet sex. I don't think that's what it's referred to, but just go ahead.
Yeah, so some of this is going on, and apparently she and a female partner, the female partner was seen on camera as Mackenzie Shirilla was. I believe she, pleaded guilty in that particular infraction. And then she's got, a 46-year-old guy who reached out to her. I'm wondering who that 46-year-old person is who's interested in a 21-year-old who's going to be spending many years behind bars. But the point I raised earlier, it's just confusing. So on the one hand, she's whining and complaining to her mom about how bad prison life is. And then she's having, enjoyment on the flip side. So the public image that they are creating is not one of good optics. And that's really what I think the family needs to be focused on.
Hi, guys. Nancy Grace here. In today's Uncertainty Consultants for 8 podcast. And
here we go.
Russo is joining us. This is the victim, one of them, Dominic Russo's sister. She is the host of The Big Sister Unhinged podcast, and she's trying to keep the legacy of her brother's life alive. You know what, Christine? I respect that so much. I did something in another way to keep the memory of my fiance who was murdered alive, to help other people, because in a way, you know, it keeps me connected to him. And the thought of just forgetting about what happened is, well, I can't do that. It changed my whole life, as it has yours. When you hear her whining to the mother who totally empowers her that she can't get an iPad fast enough and she doesn't have enough amusements behind bars, exposing her breast to a visitor, she's not worried at all about Dominic or what happened.
There we go.
No, and I really appreciate you bringing to light and exposing her and everybody in that, that has anything to do with her. I appreciate you helping our family bring that to light and exposing them for who they are. They've done a pretty good job, I think, of exposing themselves, as you can hear what's going on, but I try to stay away as best as I can. Scrolling through social medias and stuff, I can't stand looking at her face. The whining behind prison bars, it's like she's not getting, there is no punishment, it seems. Like, yeah, she's in jail, but she seems to be having a great time in jail. And that's where it's infuriating.
Listen to Mackenzie Shirilla behind bars.
The rumor mill is strong, okay? Damn, strong people are so sad and depressing. Like, they really have, nothing, credible. Nothing. This is the saddest town ever. Just open up my courtroom for the whole city to come and just live stream it all and don't block anything. Right. That's all on the news. Yep. That's why I was hoping this one was going to be live streamed. But it wasn't. It was live streamed. No, the end was, but not the whole thing. That's what the judge says is live streamed. But I was hoping the whole thing would have been, but it wasn't. That's okay. Who cares? We're so stupid. Dummies.
Yeah, I just can't wait for them to they just have so much explaining to do. There's so many unanswered questions.
Oh, people are talking out of their ass.
They have so much explaining.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Christine, right, Mandy? That's the daughter.
To do. And joining me now, in addition to Christine Russo, who is Dominic's older sister, her podcast is The Big Sister Unhinged podcast. Cheyenne Topping, who is intimately familiar with the goings-on behind bars with Mackenzie Shirilla. The diva demands are insane, Cheyenne, and now she's complaining her entire trial was not live streamed, just the end. What is wrong with her?
Yeah, that definitely sounds like Mackenzie, because she is a person that is very self-absorbed. So I'm not even surprised to hear that conversation coming from her and her mom, honestly.
The diva demands seemingly have no end. She's gotten 36 tickets behind bars.
Hold on. When you say Leroy dated her mom, what Leroy? What's up, Craig Perkins? Welcome to the stream, brother. When she went into courtroom one time, or no, when she went into court one time, didn't she have herpes blisters all over her lips?
Oh my God! I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
I don't know. That's the first time I heard that one.
What is a ticket? How do you get a ticket behind bars, Cheyenne Topping?
So a ticket is a rule infraction. So if you break one of the rules, which they give you a handbook when you come in, and if you break one of those, it's basically court inside a prison. So you'll go in front of the sergeant, he'll read you your ticket, which could be an out of place, or as y'all see, she has sex tickets. That's where you're intimate with another inmate. So you'll go in front of the sergeant, he'll read it, and then ask you guilty or not guilty. And if you're guilty and if it's a high enough ticket, you go to the hole. If not, you get tablet restriction or early bed, stuff like that.
Did she seem to care when she would be reprimanded or get a ticket, as it is called, behind bars?
When I was in there with her, she really did care about getting tickets. She did not want to get tickets because she firmly believed she was going home on her appeal. So now that all this is coming out, I'm not surprised, because she did start showing her true character, and I could tell she was going to be on a path to destruction, honestly.
More Mackenzie.
High Priestess in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate you guys joining. Smash that like button as you're coming in to the 100. I don't even know where you're at. I'm not looking, not paying attention. I'm here for the conversation. Because, Shirilla the killer.
Shirilla,
I think I want to talk about Anna Kepner too on the next one I'll do.
aka Hell on Wheels, caught on tape.
I think that's why this is so popular because it's a mystery. But
Hey,
it's not.
fam,
You know what I
here,
mean?
been listening.
I mean, like, can they like get a hypnotized person in this and like make me remember? Like, that's what I would like.
Yeah, I know. I know. Me too, honey.
Kendra said also, bro, this guy is so big. LMAO. Like, I watched the live stream, and when you walked in, I was like, damn, Jay said the same thing. And you look really good. Did you get that medal off your arm yet? I noticed you weren't wearing your arm thing. Also, I will make sure to actually answer your calls. Kendra, funny as fuck.
Everybody's saying you got a bumping little booty now. Everybody.
I said hashtag big girl vibe, hashtag fat booty.
It's a small world. You said so. Leroy's is my boyfriend's cousin. He dated Lana for a long time years ago. I was talking about how Leroy came over here and told us about the whisper before. Oh yeah. So pretty much, he heard the whisper on the paranormal part, the clip that we played earlier. I got you. High Priestess campaign in the building. No, what's up?
Hashtag sick girl vibe. Hashtag fat booty. Okay. Cheyenne Topping, you dated her behind bars for nearly a year. She's worried or bragging. She's not worried. She's bragging about her ass and how it looked on camera.
Mackenzie is just a whole nother world when it comes to the attention, positive or negative. She loves it all. It doesn't matter what it's for. Like, she would walk around in prison and ask people, "Do you want my autograph?" Or ask the CEOs, like, "These guys know who I am. I'm viral."
Hi guys, American Home Mayor, $1 billion.
Hold up.
Found guilty, talking about feeling sick to her stomach. But she's not feeling sick to her stomach because of what Dr. Kendall Crowns just told us about what happened to the victims. You know what? I'm not going to tell you. Wait for it. Listen to this.
I'm like sick to my stomach. It just bothered me what they said. Like, I just can't believe they would say that. Like,
I couldn't even. I mean, the military. Are you for real?
Oh, Mom, that's a lie. That's a lie. Isn't that funny? They were trying to say that so they can make it sound like. I think he said that so like the judge is like, oh, he sounds very respectable young man, and so they give me like.
I was like, oh my God, are you kidding?
That literally like made my tears stop when they said that. Like, my tears just got all sucked right back up.
I couldn't even believe it. Down would be beside his freaking self.
So she is sick to her stomach, nauseated about how she was portrayed. Joel Wallman, co-host and star of Surviving the Survivor. I think her priorities are backwards.
100%. You know, I'm just thinking about all this, listening to all the guests, and I literally cannot wrap my head around it. I mean, you just saw Jalen Brunson, the Knicks won, and they asked him afterwards, how do you feel? He said, I have no words. And that's kind of where I'm at right now as a journalist, because I've never seen anything like this. The only thing I can really come up with right now, and I'm afraid to say this, is Mackenzie Shirilla might be the first of many that we see like this because of social media. She is, you know, obviously the TikTok generation, and they're now becoming old enough to be incarcerated. And are all these people who are spending their entire days streaming video of themselves, are they going to be incarcerated one day and wonder, where are the live cams? Because that's what we're seeing in real time right now with Mackenzie Shirilla. She is having a tantrum that she's not getting the attention that she deserves, that she used to have on the outside when she was freely able to TikTok.
You know, another issue, John Mobley, if by some crazy chance there is a new trial, you do know that she is currently making any hope of a mental defect defense or insanity impossible because there is no right to privacy behind bars. These calls are rightfully and legally recorded. I would bring in everyone and just play them on a loop for the jury.
I agree. I'm actually kind of surprised that she's making these statements while she's behind bars, because any competent attorney would tell someone not to do that, because if you are able to get a new trial, any post-trial statements you make, they're not, while you're in custody, they're not making law enforcement a violation of Miranda. All those statements can be used against you, either A, in the prosecution's case in chief, or B, at sentencing. And I think, and quite frankly, it kind of bit her in the behind in sentencing in the first case, because a lot of the social media posts she made and comments she made were used at the sentencing hearing by the prosecutors. And the prosecutors argued she didn't have.
She's the one that knows who dated.
Yeah, that's
remorse for her conduct, and which led to her receiving a stiffer sentence. And I think again, she just kind of from that point digging herself in the hole deeper and deeper and deeper if she does in fact get a new trial.
Listen to what Shirilla's father has to say.
She has remorse. Yeah. She was upset. If you would have heard her when she found out that Dom died, if you would have heard the sound that came out of her, it would have crushed you. I know my daughter didn't do it on purpose. I know when my daughter lies. My daughter should have been charged with vehicular homicide, 2 counts in juvie court, and it should never left. The juvenile judge took out the aggravated murder thing for the same reason I'm saying they should have never charged her because there's no intent.
This is the one I was talking about earlier when I mentioned Dad coming out and having a few interviews. This is the one that I thought was weird.
No prior calculation. There's no purpose. It's not there.
I actually feel bad for the dad. He is struggling with the concept of intent to commit a crime. Intent can be formed just like that, in the blink of an eye, in the twinkling of a moment, in the time it takes you to pull a trigger. That's how fast intent under the law can be formed. It does not require a long, thought-out plan like poisoning someone over weeks and months. It can be formed in the time it takes you to pull a trigger. So with her, as was proven in court, not taking her foot off the gas. Let's see that video of her flying by. Right there. There's intent. There you go. Crashing and killing 2 people is time enough to form intent. Cheyenne Topping joining us, Shirilla's prison girlfriend for nearly a year. She is trying everything possible to get a new trial, and she's got both of her parents bamboozled. Does she know she's got them wrapped around her little finger?
She 100% knows that they're all on her side and going to be wrapped around her finger. She told me from in prison that they're all behind her, and even lied and told me Dom and sister was all behind her too as well.
Right.
Hi, guys. Nancy Grace here. Please join us on Crime Stories and stream it first within the...
Hold up.
Older sister and star of the Big Sister Unhinged podcast.
There is no... No. You definitely make sense. I get what you're saying, for sure. You say hearing the parents speak explains why they're in the position they are in. I agree with that. For sure. Because they don't hold her accountable to nothing. Like, I don't know, more of like best friends and not teacher and let me show you, what you need to do. But, instead of, and not even checking her at all either, not checking anything. Okay. Yeah. You can go out and do some things, but there's limits here. Says she's crying to her mommy after losing her appeal and mommy can't do nothing. It's beautiful.
Remorse. Has she ever told you, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen?
No, she never told me she was sorry. She acted, before she was arrested, she very much acted like it was an accident. But there was a ton of lies and, her trying to cover up the entire time. But there was never responsibility taken or like an actual I'm sorry whatsoever.
Back to Dr. Kendall Crowns, renowned medical examiner. When you hear all of these diva demands from behind bars, and we know an appeal is in the works, could you, again,
it's all good,
give us a reality check about what the victim's cause of death were?
So the cause of deaths are blunt force injuries. All these injuries, the skull fractures, the brain avulsion, the crushing of the chest, the explosion of their heart and lungs, liver, even their intestines, all these combine together to make the cause of death blunt force injuries. It's not a dramatic cause of death, but it overlies the fact that they have all these crushing injuries, fractures of the ribs, pelvis, their legs, even their extremities, and then the crushing of the head. So cause of death is blunt force injuries. And when you listen to all her demands, she just kind of sounds sad to me, but that's my opinion.
Sad. She sounds like a self-entitled, spoiled brat who cares nothing about the fact that she killed 2 people and threatened she would kill the boyfriend ahead of time.
Double take the back.
We wait as justice unfolds. And tonight we remember an American hero, Patrolman David Evans, San Antonio PD, killed in the line of duty after 30 years on the force, leaving behind a wife turned widow, Elizabeth.
I just wanted to run that. That's crazy, though. Paranormal activity confirmed. Let's hear. This was the guy that came on. That's right. I watched this video, actually, Leisure. I remember this. But yes, this was about the background.
And try to push forward with that.
I love that. And how many years did you say you were doing this?
I've been investigating for almost 10 years. So I started in early 2017. So about 9.
We're going to do our own little thing. You already know the gift over here. But yeah, we're going to do our own little thing because I already know who I can reach how. Like, I'm not guaranteeing it, but I can guarantee you if there is, the intention will set it off.
9.5 years now.
Wow. What kind of, so you have your own show, correct?
Correct. Entity Explorers. It's only on YouTube.
On YouTube, Entity Explorers. Yep. I'll put the link in the description so people can check out your other videos. I do know, I found him through, I have a house up on an island, and I found him through, he was doing investigating haunted houses up on the island. So I reached out to him, and he had quite a bit of experience. So thank you for joining us.
Of course, absolutely. Happy to do it.
All right, and after reviewing this, I'm actually really interested to hear your thoughts on what
Now,
what
you're speaking on is the clip, right? It's the clip from the body cam. So that's why I'm playing this real quick. Check it out. This is a paranormal expert speaking on it.
think that we're hearing in this. So I'm going to play the clip. Let me pull that up now.
There we go. Got it.
Okay.
Mr. Dusty.
So let me pull you back up. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that? It's a lot to unpack. So, how I would describe this footage is, in my opinion, it's a disembodied voice. And the reason I say a disembodied voice is because the way the police officer actually responds and said, "What was that?" That tells me he physically heard it with his own ears in real time. So that's why I would label it as a disembodied voice instead of a classic EVP, which is electronic voice phenomena. So I would not consider that electronic voice phenomena because the actual police officer could hear it in real time. So I would say that is a disembodied voice, which is a voice without a cause, without a body to actually connect that to. And that's what I find most interesting about it is that the police officer responded the way he did. And it's just absolutely incredible. And then it wasn't super clear to me at first. Like when you first sent it to me, I watched it and I was like, okay, I hear a breath. And then I started listening to it again and again and again and again. I was like, oh my God, that is one of the clearest voices I've ever heard in my 10 years of doing this. So it is incredible to me that you guys came up with this.
Yeah, it took me over a year to hear it. And it kind of like, I listened to it and like my cousins would send it like, Christine, you got to hear this, you got to hear this. And I listened to it and I'm like, I don't hear it. So finally I had to have my cousin like mouth it to me and I covered my mouth. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you say class A? Yeah, most definitely class A disembodied. Some people don't believe it is at all, but I think it is 100%. When I heard it right off the rip as soon as I listened. Nobody had to tell me what it meant. He said, my only concern with doing paranormal tests now is how it can potentially hurt the family. I went and listened. She's open to it. They're all for it. So
see stuff like this often.
Yeah, we capture a lot of stuff like this, to be honest with you. I'm not saying on every investigation that we go on, we catch this type of stuff, but when you're looking for it and you're physically trying to get this kind of evidence, yeah, you capture it a lot more often than you do by accident. Even when we filmed over at Middle Bass, we caught disembodied voices over there on camera, so it's just one of them things where if you're looking for it, it's a lot, I don't know, how do you say this? When you're actually trying to catch disembodied voices, when you're trying to catch EVPs, you're going to go into it with a different mindset than you would be just going and watching a police video. And that's what I find really interesting about this is it's coming directly from, as you can see on the screen, court TV. They're not going to put fake footage, altered footage, anything like that. That's going to be raw footage directly from the police cam. So, and that's directly from the YouTube. And I actually encourage people to go find that raw footage and watch that video for themselves because it's very, very clear once you hear it. It's very clear what it says.
Yeah, that's why one of the reasons I sought you out was because I had posted the me watching it on my YouTube page, and a lot of the comments were, have you gotten this certified by a paranormal expert? And I was like, actually, I didn't think I needed to, but that sounds like something maybe I should do. And then my mom, she knew you from the island, or Robert with the house and stuff. So that's how it came about. But it's from the body cam, so it can't be altered. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's directly from Court TV. So, I mean, they're not going to put out altered footage. They're just not.
Nope. And do you think this is in your expertise or your experience? Don't know if you know or not, but do you feel like that's like good or bad or good or evil? That voice.
Good or evil? I'm not going to give an opinion on that, but it does sound like a classic disembodied voice where normally when we hear actual spirit voices, they do come across as a whisper instead of an actual, like me and you talking right now. They always sound more like a whisper in death for some reason. I can't explain why, but as far as good or evil, I can't.
Well, I mean, obviously it's somebody that's trying to get a message out, especially when you listen to that thing. Right here, especially when you listen to it. I have to hear it one more time. It's right here. Hold up, was that it right there? Let me play one more time. Oh, I heard it, and I just played it. I friggin' skipped it. He said, "What's that? What's that?" Listen, he goes, "What's that?" Dom? She kills. Damn. Like that right there. I don't know, bro. That's I can hear it pretty damn clear. She kills. Is it saying she killed us? She killed us. I need to boost that. She killed us. That's how I'm hearing it. She killed us. One more time, slow. Yeah, I hear the she killed us. Like a us. Like it's real light though. Listen, it's us. Mary Jo is a soft prison, unfortunately. Yes, she killed us. I definitely hear that. I definitely heard she killed us. I think it does. You said it sounds like drawn out us. Yeah, it does. I do hear that. She killed us. And it's like she is, I don't know, it's like the spirits are following her around because they die right there with her. You know what I mean? They died in the same vehicle as her. So it makes sense that you're following them around, like especially if you want justice. You know what I mean? Bro, y'all already know what'll happen if I pull my shit out. You already know. Like, it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
That gives me. That makes my eyes watery too. That's how I know it's legit. One more time. She killed us.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. That is what I heard. She killed us. Boy, the shit that I would get is insane. I'm gonna go to the actual place. You said that was his last words?
Oh my God!
Hold up 1 second. I'm pulling something up real quick. Where's it at? You know, another thing that was weird, her mom's like, pretty much, it was just Dom. Or I forgot what she said. No, and she's like, oh God, no, no. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I think it's this part. Let's see where mom speaks. Oh God, no. Mom got her buried. Pretty clear. Where's the other one? Oh, phone call from prison, huh? After? This is her whining. Phone calls from prison.
Mackenzie Shirilla was sentenced in August of 2023 for intentionally crashing her car and taking the lives of Dominic Russo and Davian Flanagan. Mackenzie received 2 concurrent prison sentences of 15 years to life. These are the calls she made directly after sentencing.
That's funny.
Hello? Hey.
Hey, Mom.
I'm talking to people. I can't say. How are you?
I don't know,
Did you
like,
get?
no.
Okay.
I just don't know why, like, it's just like, it wasn't even, like, I understand, like, Davion's mom, like, how they think, because they don't know me.
I know.
But it's like what Miss Russo and Angelo said, that was just, like, crazy.
Oh my God, Kenzie, look, don't you think on it 1 second.
That
Don't
was just
think on
crazy.
it 1
And
second.
we didn't bring up my stuff at Dom's house. I need to get my stuff.
He
It
has
wasn't
it.
brought up.
He has that list.
Okay, it doesn't matter if he has the list. He needs to have the stuff.
So I know, I'm going to get in touch with him, but don't you think on what they said now for 1 second? Do you hear, Mama?
And if we appeal it, does that mean they could give me more time, or, like,
Kenzie, I'm not going to talk about anything here, so just stay tuned. Okay, I'm not talking about anything on the phone.
what I have to
Not
do?
I don't know yet. I haven't been anywhere yet.
Because there's, like, 8 cameras on me.
Yeah, I know.
That was the most there's ever been.
There's like
I know.
8 cameras
I'm sorry.
on me.
We're just not going to talk anything about anything on the phone, okay?
Did Jim tell you what I told
Hopefully
him to tell
every
you?
time. You said what?
He handed me
You said what? You said hopefully they haunt her every time she tries to sleep. Pure evil. Definitely was pure evil, Frank. And the thing is about it that I just can't fathom in my mind. I don't understand the fit of rage and driving 100 miles an hour, right? In case somebody was like absolutely trying to kill you and you're like wilding out. But was it really that serious? This shit, it was such a toxic relationship. That's what I get from it. Super toxic, especially if you're like threatening it. I'll crash this car right now.
a piece of paper.
With things on it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
And, yeah, I got you, Kenzie. So just relax, okay? But let me wrap up my meeting.
What do you mean?
Because I'm in a meeting right now, and we do have some video call stuff, right? Can you call me again?
I don't know. I don't know when we're coming out again.
Well, we have a meeting. We have it's 7 o'clock. We have a 7 o'clock video conference, but I have to have this meeting. We can talk for a little bit because we're having a pee break.
What?
We're having a potty break right now.
I wouldn't care anyways. You let me use the phone. That's all that matters to me. Yeah, I just have
What
really
did you
bad
say?
anxiety. Oh,
I know you do.
using it. There's 2 people using the thing I'm on right now. Me and someone else are using it.
You guys can use the same thing?
Well, she's typing on it and I'm calling on it, so it's like that. It's like,
oh, that's neat.
But yeah,
cool.
I have really bad anxiety about it.
I know.
And I don't know when I'm gonna leave. What do you mean let it go?
No, I don't want you to think on that. Not anymore. We're moving forward.
I'm worried about my stuff because that's how they feel about me. They definitely fucked up my stuff.
Well, I don't know, Kenzie. As soon as I'm out of here, I'll ask them.
Wait, oh, you're at a meeting. You're like not at work?
No, right.
Oh, yeah, you can finish that.
You feel me?
Okay, you can hang up. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Well, wait, I can talk to you in a minute until I go back into my meeting. Okay? But, so did you eat?
No. You're going,
okay.
What?
I love it. I said, okay. I said, I think I love you.
And why was the judge being so mean to you?
Kenzie, I don't know. I don't care.
I was about to just be like, just stop talking to her because she clearly doesn't care. She's like, why are you talking about her so much and not the victim?
But I did. That's how I started. I even turned around and addressed them. So it's okay. She can say whatever she wants. It doesn't bother me. We are moving on. Okay.
I don't know.
What?
I'm like sick to my stomach.
Okay. I'm waiting for Grandma. So Faith is here with me.
Oh.
My mom, my dad, and Stephanie and Daddy. So don't think on it another second. Moving forward.
I just like it just like bothers me what they said. Like I just can't believe they would say that. Like
What do you mean you can't believe they would said that?
I can't believe they would say that.
Right. I mean, you literally killed them. Like, what is he talking about? Hold up, let me pop this open. Yeah, that's the clip. That's the one you just sent. Hold up, I'm saving it. I gotta pull this up because that part was like mad crazy. Let me go to here. I'm gonna send this link to my phone or to the computer. There we go. There we go. Pop. All right, let's go and pop this up real quick. 1 second. It is right there. There. Here it is. This is the one I was talking about with the clip. Listen.
Can you start with your name? My name is Natalie Shirilla.
This part right here.
I just want to say, am I allowed to address them at all? Sure. I just want to say to the family.
She goes, that's the part that kind of threw me off. Like, oh God, no.
That I'm broken, sad.
I'm broken
and lost, and my heart hurts for everyone. Okay? Davion was her new friend, and Dom was the love of her life, and he was part of our family. Okay? I'm just so sorry that this happened, and we're heartbroken. Okay? And then, Your Honor, this was a terrible, tragic nightmare accident to have happened that she has no memory of, and she will never emotionally or physically recover from it. She almost died too, and we're asking that you please not run the sentences consecutive. He was family, and we all loved each other. That morning of the accident, she called.
Hold on, I'm glad you brought that up because what if she was actually trying to tell the police officer, or what if Dom on the other side was trying to tell the police officer she killed us? Pretty much, you know what I mean? Think about it. You know, his perception probably in life was police are trying to do their job out here and save us. So he's like letting this officer know she killed us. I mean, that's what I get from it. He's trying to tell the officer what's going on, and it captured it on camera, and it's crazy.
Got a phone call that there was a car accident. Okay, so we went to the hospital, and I didn't even know who was in the car. The names had not been confirmed yet, and I'm gonna cry because I missed Dom so much. We loved him so much. So I called Dom like over and over again, praying that he was going to answer the phone, and he didn't answer the phone. So then I tried to call his mom, and she didn't answer the phone either. And I still didn't know who was in the car. I didn't even know if she was alive. I didn't know what was happening. So then we were in the waiting room, and then his mom she did call me. So I answered the phone, and I was like, oh my God, like, I don't even know who was in the car. Like, what's happening? Was that Dom? And she said, what do you mean? My son is dead. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then she said something like, and now I have to wait until your kid's out of the hospital. And then I didn't hear the rest. I was like, we loved him so much. And I hung up the phone. I did not talk about social media. I didn't even know what was going on yet.
What's up, Captain Jenks? Everybody coming in, smash the like button. I don't know. I'm just sitting back watching this because now I can actually share my thoughts. I didn't before. I wanted to go live and actually talk about it way back then, but she's definitely.
Stop the cap.
So then
It's kind of crazy, bro.
So in the hospital, that Vitality post, I commented on that because somebody had called her a murderer. Okay. And
oh God, no.
She's not a murderer. So she didn't even have her phone at that point because the police had still had it. Okay. So I jumped on and I was like, you know, she's not a murderer. She's more sad than hurt than most of these people commenting. She's been trying to get in touch with you. I mean, at that point, it was just an accident. So I commented on her behalf, not because of the modeling opportunity. I don't even, who cares about that? I don't want them to refer to her as a murderer. Okay. And I don't even know how that comment got on the phone because the police still had her device and she could not access her phone or social media. That's why I did it. And I had called them asking if they could shut down social media because people were calling her a murderer and making death threats and organizing groups to, you know, take her out when she got out of the hospital and stuff. So I didn't even want her phone. I don't care about her phone. I don't care about social media. I just wanted them to stop calling her a murderer so that when she did come to, and she did come out of surgery, multiple surgeries, that she wouldn't see all these people calling her a murderer because she would never, ever, ever murder the love of her life. Okay. For Halloween, for 3 months after the accident, she would only wear his clothes. She would only eat the snacks he ate. She would only listen to the music he wrote. Okay. She was laying in bed for 3 months crying. There was a shrine of him next to her,
hard to
photos
convince.
and things that he liked, and this flower that lights up that he got her because he wanted it to be fresh and alive forever. It's like a little Beauty and the Beast flower. Okay, she's got this shrine of him next to her. So she was crying for 3 months. So her friends asked if she wanted to go out trick-or-treating or so Halloween, and it was at OU. And she didn't even want to go. She said, I don't know, should I go? She couldn't even walk yet, barely. So I told her, I said, baby, please go. It's Halloween. You've been laying for 3 months crying, only listening to his music. Please go have just a moment of fun, a moment of fun. So we told her to go. My husband drove her. I brought her back home. She just needed a second of fun from losing her whole world, her whole world. So that was us. We told her to go. And that concert she went to with Dom's cousin, Abby, they picked her up.
Oh, God, no.
They brought her there. That was Dom, Mackenzie and Dom and Abby all decided to go to this concert together while they were in the hospital. That was for Dom. Everything she did after the accident was either in honor of him, to be close to him, or just to be by him any way that she can. She's like devastated and tragic. He was
Damien. Yeah. Damien was a new friend. Does that mean he doesn't matter as much?
That she breathes. Okay, and they went with his cousin. We spent all kinds of time with him after the accident. What was the other thing?
I'm hearing an awful lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the two dead people.
Dominic, okay, I'm asking you for a leniency because this was a tragic accident that she does not remember. And Davion, he's a new friend. I'm so sorry.
What does that mean? His life is worthless?
No.
Oh, God, no.
No. Okay. God, no, not for a leniency.
All right, listen
this
again.
was a tragic accident that she does not remember. And
Good night to you, Donna. We appreciate you. Salute. Let me go down. My shifting. You said she could have went trick or treating as the Grim Reaper. Damn. Here comes the mother.
Davion, he's a new friend. I'm so sorry.
What does that mean? His life is worthless?
No.
Oh, God, no.
No. God, no, not at all. They all loved each other. They all spent every day together. You know what I mean? I don't know
Isn't
too much
that
for
part
him.
of the problem, Mrs. Shirilla? Isn't that part of the problem that they all trusted each other?
Stop the cap.
It's not a problem at all. It was
It's a
wonderful.
problem how they all ended up in the car together and 2 of them ended up dead.
I understand. I understand what it looks like. I'm saying that it was a tragic accident. She would never.
But we're going to have to disagree on that.
I understand.
Right. And I respect your position, but you disagree with me.
I understand. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to address those. We told her to go to those things, and then she did go with.
I just wanted to play it because she's like, oh, God, no. Oh, God. One more time.
That means his life is worthless?
No. God, no, not at all. 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 They all.
That's the only word for that. Oh, God, no, not at all. I just had to play it. It's a little reckless.
I can't say either way.
Just on that
but
paranormal clip,
I definitely wouldn't say it sounds like
Jump
a dark
back to
voice to me. You know, it doesn't sound like it's anything dark to me. It just
I'm
sounds
gonna-
like someone
Sounds
trying
like
to
my
get,
brother.
It
does.
I'm gonna screen record it later, and we're gonna add that as a sound. Oh God, no! Oh God, no! I'm clipping that. I'm gonna go back and clip that bad boy. Hit a screen record. Send it to me. That's gonna be on it. I'm telling you. That's gonna be on it. Oh God, no! Hold up. Let me get that clipped up real quick. We need that. Oh God, no! Oh God, no! Fuck that bitch.
Can you start with your name?
Heartless
My name is
bitch.
Madeline. So sorry.
What does that mean? His life is worthless?
No.
Oh God, no.
No. God, no. Not. God, no. No. God, no. No. God, no. No. God, no. No. God, no. Not at
There we go. I gotta go. I'm gonna go back and clip that. I'm going back to clip that.
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
One more time. Oh, bad.
God, no. Not at all. They all. God, no. God, no. God, no. God, no. No. God, no. Not at all. They
Worthless?
God, no. God, no. 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 No.
Yeah, okay. I got them. They're set. That's perfect. I gotta get that. All right, I'm done. That's gonna be on tomorrow. All right, we'll have it tomorrow. Okay, that'll be on tomorrow. I'm sorry, but
No. No. God, no. Not at all. They No. No. God, no. Not at all. God, no. God, no. Not at all.
all right, there we go. I'm gonna remix that up and cut and clip it. Watch. We're gonna stop on it.
FBI, open up!
All right, that's a little too extra there. But
Sound like Dom.
in my personal opinion, it sounds to me like someone is trying to tell that police officer something that he doesn't know. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to cause any ill intentions from either side because that's not my place.
No.
Yeah. And to me, it sounds, I listened to it 20 times and Dom's voice was very, very distinct. And my daughter has.
He does, though. Back on a serious note, let's gather ourselves here. Sorry, that's my new favorite one. God, no, not at all.
His voice now, which is bittersweet. But he had it was a very nasally, distinct voice his whole entire life. But to me, I at first I didn't think so, but then I was like, that actually I could hear it. But yeah, that is, thank you very much. And I have a picture now that I'd asked you to look at earlier as well. This is straight from my phone. So a little background on this picture.
But you might want to zoom in a little bit on it if you can.
I'm trying. One moment.
I will say I can't wait for people to see this, to be honest with you.
I'm so excited as well.
That is incredible. I mean, I don't know how many people you've showed that to, but that is just truly incredible.
No one like you, but I obviously my family and they know about the picture, and I'm just so happy that that you're just confirming what I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is.
I know, right?
When I saw this, I literally was like, I cried, and I looked at it. So this is a picture of.
That's crazy. Look at this, y'all.
What it looks like to be my brother Dominic. We were at the cemetery, me and my son and my daughter. My brother's grave is back here. And this is a picture of a tree that we had decorated in solar lights, and the grave's real nice in solar lights. I often take pictures just to see if I see anything and like just to show people how it looks, things like that. And
Sandra, for sure. It's a definitely very eerie photo. It looks like Dom too. It really does. I thought it when I first seen it.
I had snapped. This was my son. And when I took the picture, it came out looking like this. And this does not, it looks like Dom. It does not look like my son. My son has, and I'm going to put up a picture. I'll show you a picture. You've seen it, but I'll show you a picture of my son as well, for the listeners out there. My son does not have long hair, and you could see like the curl here.
For
And I'm
sure.
going to let him, I'm going to let Jake get into.
That's the part that stood out to me. Hold up. Let's pull up. I got a picture right here of Dom. Like, look. I truly do believe that. Look. Like, let's pull this up, right? Like, I do see it. I do see it. God, no, not at all. You know? There's that Kohlberger. Absolutely looks like Dom. It does. Like, look at it. Hold on, let me fool it. Let me bring a fool. Look at that. It does. Like, do you think that you guys in chat, I just want to know, does anybody in chat believe that this looks like Dom in this picture resurrected? I believe in paranormal, not resurrected, but you get what I'm saying. Like, kind of imaged over her son. Like, come on. I mean, when you go, that's strong, especially he had a lot of life left in him. A lot. You know, and it was suddenly just ripped away from him. So it's insane. It is. It's insane.
To it, but I just wanted to give a background on the picture that this was supposed to be my son, and it does not look like him. So go ahead, Jake. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I find this picture absolutely fascinating. Again, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've seen some pretty crazy photos out there, but I've never seen anything like this, where it literally looks like
not at
a
all.
person morphed themselves onto an existing body. And that's what it looks like to me. It looks like Dom literally
God, no, not at all.
posted himself right on top of your son. And I was talking to you earlier about this, and I thought the most interesting part to me is the size proportion of his face compared to the rest of his body. Like, it looks like a child. It looks like a child's body, but it looks like an adult's face. And I found that so fascinating, just because it literally looks like an entirely different person's face as opposed to the rest of his body. And like you said earlier, it does. It looks exactly like Dom, and you showed me a picture of your son earlier, and it doesn't even look like him. I just find this photo absolutely fascinating.
At all.
Yeah, when I took the picture, and then I looked
clip
at
it.
like
It
what
definitely,
I took.
and Frank, I believe it looks like him too. I actually 100% believe it's him. 100, like, no, just definitively I do. I would be surprised what I get when I pull up at that scene, because I got to go over there and look at it. You know, but if Mackenzie's mom had say, she would tell me just like this, y'all.
God, no, not at all.
You know?
My mouth dropped. I was like, Dom? I literally said, like, Dom? I'll put up a picture now of, for the viewers, I'll put up a picture of the side-by-side of this picture, and then a picture of Dom. And then I'm going to show what my son looks like, just so they can see, because that was... And I wanted you to do the call, and then I remembered, I was like, I'm going to have him take a look at this one, because this one was, you know, I knew, but it's so nice to hear it from somebody else.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you did, because had I not seen this, I would have been so sad. I mean, this is just such a fascinating photo. And for me to 100% say it's paranormal, I can't do that.
I'm gonna ask Mackenzie's mom. I got to ask you a question. Do you think that looks like Dom right there?
God, no, not at all.
Well, damn.
You know, that's going to be other people's different opinions, whether they believe in that stuff or not. But in my opinion, it is a very fascinating photo, and I've never really seen what I explained earlier, like a literal person being morphed over top of another person. It's just fascinating.
Yeah, and he was my son was, when he's 13 now, this was taken 3 years ago. My son was only 10 years old.
So he had a little body.
I'm still recovering, man. I'm sorry. I'm still recovering from that laugh. But that picture, I think that's 100% Dom. And a lot of people don't understand when your loved ones pass, they do come through. I remember being live when my Mima passed away and she came through when I was doing a session. It's your Mima. Like, just like that. I remember that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is, wait till I show the viewers that the face, the nose, the eyes, his posture.
Yeah.
That's Dom. That's pretty crazy to me.
Yeah, even his
love
chin, like the face of his shape and his chin, and the way a hair goes kind of over top of his left eye. It's just it's amazing.
And you know what's crazy is I made T-shirts for us, and I have a tattoo where Dominic's. I have a tattoo of Dom, and the hair's over his left eye. So I was like, that's Dom. Like, that was nuts.
It's almost like he was giving you a sign, anyways, that that he was portraying himself to be just like your tattoo. That's really interesting.
Right. Like I would know exactly what to look for, because if it didn't look so much like him and it wasn't so recognizable, I might have passed it up as like it being
super close,
just a blurry picture,
a blurred picture.
Yeah.
But because it looks so much like the picture that I have a tattoo of, it was so I was immediately, oh my God, Dom, literally, that's Dom. And I showed it to everyone I've showed it to. Is like, oh, this is a nice picture of Dom. Where'd you get it? And then they're like, wait a minute, where's this from? Is everybody in my family.
When you sent it to me earlier, I literally thought it was. I assumed this was before his passing. Like, that's how much I was like, okay, I need some context for you, because I'm not understanding why you're just sending me a photo of him. And then once you told it to me, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
It's so good to hear that too, and be confirmed just by somebody with experience like you.
Right. And coming from an outsider's point of view, I mean, obviously, like we talked about earlier, I never met you, I don't know your family. So being a third party and seeing that photo, I didn't think much of it at first until you gave me the context behind it. And I was like, oh, holy cow, that's incredible.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you. I got one more. Do you got a minute for one more?
Of course.
All right, let's take a look at this one.
You said, do you got a minute for one more?
No. God, no, not at all.
So I go to my brother's grave very often. This is his beautiful grave. So when I talk about like people sending us flowers or not flowers, but when people say like,
supposedly, I think someone burned it down after this.
How do I send him flowers, or how do I contribute to the grave? This is why we even allow donations, is because it's hard to upkeep. These are all, hundreds of individual lights, and I make this wreath. I've made them a few.
That is nice
so far, but because they get worn out, when they're outside. But I take time. I make this. I put a custom plaque here. These are flags of him. The whole tree's done up, but there's more to the story. I have speakers, and there's, by the way, everybody, there are trail cams all over. And there's a big camera right here on a telephone pole. So just putting that out there. But I have speakers that are, they light up, and when you walk up to it, you could just Bluetooth. So we blast music at night and stuff. It's so cool. We made it a nice spot to sit at. There's hundreds of pictures of him that are laminated that his mom does all the time, and she changes them out so everyone can constantly see new pictures of him. It's the most beautiful memorial. I think he deserves absolutely nothing less. It's a way that we've still been able to buy things for him and include him. Like, I had an Easter egg hunt on Easter. I did the eggs for the kids in the cemetery. It's a big part of our lives now. We're just keeping him with us. But this was one night that we pulled up to the cemetery.
Hold up, let me pull it.
And it just looked absolutely stunning, right? It looks gorgeous. And I look at the photo again, and I see, to me, that looks like two hands making the shape of a heart, and it's the only cloud in the sky at night.
I
thought that was pretty cool.
Now let me ask you this: do you remember off the top of your head if this photo was taken on a specific important date, maybe a birthday, holiday, anniversary, anything like that?
So I think I'm gonna look at my phone, but I think That just rang a bell.
Hold up. This is the one I want to bring up too. I don't think I've seen this. Hold up. God, no, not at all.
Since her 2023 murder conviction, the parents of 20-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla are speaking out. Shirilla was 17 when she crashed her car, killing her boyfriend and their friend. In a 3 News Investigates exclusive, her parents insist it was an accident and not murder. They're now sharing details of Mackenzie's life in prison and fighting to clear her name.
Did you see the guy that did the spirit box with Dom and his friend where they actually talked back? I'm not sure.
Even as prosecutors stand by the evidence that put her behind bars.
My God.
In July 2022, a day that brought a mix of pain,
I struggled with this because
relief, and guilt.
Because how can I feel bad that these 2 boys died and feel grief with these families and then be absolutely overjoyed that my kid is alive?
It's been almost 3 years since the deadly crash in Strongsville that killed Mackenzie Shirilla's boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and their friend, Davion Flanagan. Now, Shirilla's parents are speaking out, insisting that the justice system got it wrong.
Show me one piece of evidence, one, that says she did this on purpose. Show it to me. Here it is. That's it. Then she's right where she belongs and she's guilty of it. But there isn't any.
State of mind.
Prosecutors argued that she intentionally drove into a building without ever hitting the brakes, with black box data showing the car sped up to 100 miles an hour. They also argued that 2 weeks before the crash, Shirilla allegedly threatened to crash her car during an argument with Russo. The court cited it as proof of premeditation.
And she said, Dominic, I'm going to crash this car.
But her parents maintain there's another explanation. A new legal team now arguing medical evidence the first trial missed, with a UH neurologist concluding that Shirilla suffered a medical
episode. Based upon my review, the relevant materials therefore discussed, and in my opinion, to a reasonable degree of scientific and medical certainty that the evidence is consistent with Miss Shirilla having suffered a medical episode at or around the time of the accident that caused her to lose consciousness. Specifically, Miss Shirilla's reported or documented symptoms: elevated lactate levels, low blood oxygen level.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Episode at the time of the crash and a loss of consciousness, something prosecutors called speculative. Shirilla's latest court filing also includes text messages they claim flipped the narrative over who was threatening whom in the weeks before the crash, with texts from Russo purportedly saying, "I'm sorry."
There's no evidence what was going on in that car other than the information they gleaned from the black box information.
This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
In the 2023 bench trial, the judge found Shirilla guilty of murder and sentenced her to 15 years to life.
And these poor families think she did it intentionally and she didn't. And and they don't know. There's information they didn't see. There's information they didn't have. There's information we didn't see or have.
Should she be in prison for murder?
No, absolutely not.
Should she be in prison for aggravated vehicular homicide?
I don't know about the aggravated part, because I don't think you can still say, well, I was going on the car. Should she have been charged with reckless vehicular homicide, 2 counts? Absolutely.
Not if it was medical.
Today, Mackenzie Shirilla.
They're over there arguing. He says absolutely, and she's not if it was medical. Well, I mean, do you ever hold your daughter accountable?
No. God, no, not at all.
I mean, again, do you ever hold your daughter accountable?
No. God, no, not at all.
Shirilla is now in an Ohio women's prison in Marysville, where her mom says they chat every day, whether by text from a tablet or by phone.
She does a lot of painting. She paints.
What kind of hopes, what kind of expectations do you have for Mackenzie's future?
That the truth will set her free. That's what I need to have happen. The truth, that there was no intent, that part.
What did I say? Do you ever hold your daughter accountable at all?
No. God, no, not at all.
I mean, there's the answer, y'all.
The truth will set her free.
He responds. When you ask
The
questions.
Ohio Supreme Court has already rejected her appeal of the verdict, and earlier this month, the lower court rejected Shirilla's petition for.
Oh God, no, not at all.
They all.
You ever hold her accountable,
God,
Aaron?
no, not at all.
Shirilla?
No. God, no, not at all. No. God, no, not at all. They all.
A new trial.
I'm gonna play that out. God, no, not at all. Low test Steve, nasty Natalie. You say yes, she should. Or 15 years is a joke. That's crazy. She's going back to you on the spirit. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Well, nah, they will. Both of them will. Watch. I know they will. Pretty much, look, I could tell you this right now. Pretty much, if there's anybody on the other side, like when I go and do it, because of my intention, it's all about intention. People don't understand it. It's got to be your intention. You can't have an intention of, oh, I want to draw in a crowd, or I want to do this, that, and the third. Your intention has to be wanted to connect with that soul. That's what it has to be, or else you ain't gonna get no results whatsoever. Period. You know, you'll be over here saying things like,
Sorry.
like this.
No. God, no, not at all.
That's what you'll be doing. You know. I'm sorry. That ain't gonna get old. I need to load that one out. You said what freaks me out about the SBS session is how much two voices that speak to him sound just like two boys. That's wild. T Navy. No, she's doing at least hold on. God, no, not at all. Right? Hold up. God, no, not at all. See this? God, no, not at all. What does that say? Soup. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, pal? Do you understand what I'm talking about, huh?
No.
You don't?
No. God, no, not at all.
All right. That's probably like the highlight of it. You said this guy uses a crazy one. Everything is crystal cool. Well, yeah, they have the static cut out. I know what they're doing. I had one before. I kind of don't like it. I mean, I don't like them. I like these better. I like where you have to, where it's the old school way. I mean, cutting it out's cool, but it's also, it does mess with the frequencies and things of that nature. So the cemetery. Yeah, I remember that one. I was there. If you're talking I think you're talking about something different. You said we definitely know she won't be getting out early for good. That ain't happening, Captain. That ain't happening at all. Where's this one video at with old boy? Right here. Here's another one. Look at this one.
Her boyfriend and their friend Davion Flanagan. Now, what happened next
right here
with?
This is what I was talking. This is the interview I was talking about. Listen to what he says.
Mackenzie Shirilla's father, Steve.
Let's react.
Steve, my first question is, what is it like to be a part of the biggest documentary on Netflix currently?
Wow, it's mixed. I was hoping during this process we would get Mackenzie's story out, or what happened to Mackenzie, and not necessarily what everybody's heard or what everybody keeps gleaming off of misinformation. And I want to say I was promised that it would be fair, but that
promised that it would be fair. Oh yeah, I did do a real good episode of The Cemetery. You remember that, bro? Yeah, you're right. Navy. That's what you were talking about. I was like, hold up. You're right. I was walking by and I'm like, you were in the Navy? And the guy goes, Army or something like that, or corrected me. I was saying Army or something, or he said Navy or Army, one of the two. But then I was walking by and I was saying the person's name on their headstone and they go, what's up? Yeah, that was wild.
That's what my allusion to what was going on. That I thought they came to us thinking that my daughter is a monster and that she did this and she's hell on wheels and she picked that road and blah, 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 what the judge said. But I think after they started talking to us, I think we opened their eyes to, well, maybe there's something funny going on here. And and that's where I thought it was. And then when it came out, a lot of the stuff we talked about just wasn't there. There wasn't a lot about the fact that there's no evidence of premeditation, prior calculation or intent. It's not there. And every troll online can tell me, oh yeah, she did it, all this, and she was speeding down that road and she didn't hit her brakes. Well, she didn't hit her brakes for 4.74 seconds of that ride. That's the only information they have. 4 points. That's when the black box turned on, about 5 or 6 seconds before she crossed Alameda Road and before it went into the building. Something happened in that car that caused that black box to turn on, which was, I think the car, from our car expert that we talked to, said that the car thought it was flipping over. So the black box turned on and started recording the car information in a non-linear sort of way.
Which, was pulled to neutral, put back. It were the boys fighting her and trying to stop the car, probably, more than likely.
And that's important, that non-linear sort of way. And it deployed both side airbags. And I'm sorry, side airbags don't just go pillow fight. It's not a soft explosion. It's a boom. And then there's powder all over there's powder floating in the car, in the cabin of the car.
Are you saying the airbags deployed before the accident?
Both side airbags deployed prior to her car crossing the street to hit the sign to get veered into the building.
That seems like a pretty big piece of information that we didn't get.
Yeah, I wonder why the prosecution didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
They had it. They got the black box information. The black box is a nonlinear function. It's like an airplane black box, but it doesn't record sound and what's going on in the cabin. It records mechanical aspects of the car, braking, accelerating, blah, blah, that kind of stuff. So the only actual evidence, hard, knock on wood, evidence is from 4.74 seconds of that black box.
Yeah.
That's not talking what happened prior.
Yeah.
All the way to when she turned. That's another what?
So everything we saw in that video of her speeding at the
that last moment.
Yeah.
That's after the black box turned on
and after the airbags deployed.
Mhm.
So
And
it could just be 3 kids in the car freaking out because
Sasquatch could have popped in the car. Anything.
I mean, it would be hard to drive.
Yeah, well, our car expert said, he said nobody anybody in that car would be disoriented because of the 2 explosions and the powder floating around. You wouldn't be able to see. So I can't explain the speed. Oh, sorry. I can't explain the speed, but that road is a cut through in Strongsville, and the police know it.
Yeah.
Everybody uses it.
For sure.
I've been down that road at a pretty good clip at times. Not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's not at all.
It's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut for where she goes. And plus, Dom did not like going down Pearl Road. He liked
Why didn't he like going down Pearl Road?
Yeah, you know the rest of the story. There's a bunch of.
Say, hold up.
They need to go ahead and just hold them accountable too while they're at it. I don't know. I'm about to hop off here though. I'm gonna go work on some things too again. I appreciate everybody who slid through here. Make sure you smash the like button. We'll be back on more than likely tomorrow, but I will end it. We're gonna end it. So let's end it with a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, as we come to the end of tonight's stream, we thank you for every person who joined us, all the conversation within the chat, every truth that we discussed. We ask you to watch over each member of the Rev Gang family tonight, protecting them, guiding them, and bringing peace into their homes. And Lord, the stories we cover are often heavy. They involve loss, pain, unanswered questions, and broken families. And we ask that you bring comfort to those who are grieving, strength to those who are struggling, and justice wherever justice is needed. Shine your light into the darkness and help us never lose sight or compassion while seeking the truth. Father, thank you for giving us a platform to be a voice for the voiceless, and help us use that responsibility wisely. Let our words bring awareness, let our hearts remain humble, and let our intentions always be rooted in truth, respect, and love. I ask that you place a hedge of protection around me, my family, and every member of the Rev Gang family. Guard our minds, our hearts, and our spirits. Keep negativity, division, and evil far away from us, and fill us instead with wisdom, discernment, courage, and peace. Lord, bless every person listening tonight. Some are fighting battles nobody knows about. Some are dealing with financial struggles, health concerns, family issues, anxiety, depression, or loneliness. Remind them that they are not alone and give them the strength for tomorrow and hope for the days ahead. As we leave tonight, let us carry kindness, understanding, and faith with us, and help us continue to stand up for what is right, seek truth without fear, and support one another as a family. And we give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. In Jesus' name, amen. There we go, y'all. Move his ass.